England didn't just build a World Cup squad. They quietly won a global transfer war worth hundreds of millions without spending a single penny. Because 10 of the players in this team were wanted by other nations, chased, begged, and fought over by countries desperate to sign them up. A record goal scorer, a world-class captain, a defender, 4 different countries wanted at once. Any of them could have walked away. Instead, every single one chose the 3 Lions. This is the story of the biggest international recruitment battle in football, and the 10 stars England somehow managed to keep. Let's begin. Player 1. Ezri Konsa. Let's start with the player who had more choices than anyone else in this entire squad. Ezri Konsa could have represented 4 completely different nations. Through his father, he was eligible for the Democratic Republic of Congo. Through his mother, he had a clear and open path to Angola, a country now building an exciting new generation of talent. And through those same Angolan roots, he could even have claimed Portuguese citizenship and pulled on a famous Portugal shirt alongside some of the best players in the world. 4 separate international futures, all sitting right there in front of him. But Konsa picked England. Since then, Aston Villa's calm and composed defender has become a steady, reliable presence at the back for Tuchel, and one of the first names on the team sheet. For a player who could have gone almost anywhere in world football, that loyalty says everything about his mindset and his belief in the England project. Player 2. Ivan Toney. Most players never actually reach the point of choosing between 2 different countries. But Ivan Toney did, and he turned Jamaica down at a huge moment in his career. Back in 2022, Brentford were chasing promotion to the Premier League. Toney made the big decision to focus fully on his club football, instead of committing to Jamaica at international level. It was a serious gamble, and it paid off massively for him. Years later, he's now a key and trusted part of Tuchel's England plans. His role at this World Cup is built almost entirely around his lethal penalty record from the bench, coming on to win games in the biggest, most pressure-filled moments imaginable. When England need a cool head from 12 yards, Toney is exactly the man they now turn to without hesitation. Player 3. Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson's story goes much deeper than a simple what-if question. This one actually happened for real. Anderson didn't just have the option to play for Scotland. He genuinely played for them, all the way up to under-21 level, in real competitive youth matches across several different age groups. In August 2023, Scotland boss Steve Clarke publicly confirmed that they saw the Whitley Bay-born midfielder as a future senior star. Anderson represented Scotland from under-16 right through to under-21 before finally switching over to England in 2024. Since Tuchel took over from Gareth Southgate, Anderson has become a real mainstay in England's midfield engine room. Scotland came painfully close to keeping this one for good, and deep down, they absolutely know it. Losing a player of his quality after developing him for so many years is a blow no small nation ever truly forgets. Player 4. Eberechi Eze. Just like Anderson, Eberechi Eze had a whole nation quietly hoping he would pick them. Nigeria held real hope during Eze's younger years that he'd eventually choose the mighty Super Eagles. And with the amazing depth of Nigerian talent all over Europe right now, he would have been a massive addition to their already dangerous attack. But Eze, born in London, decided his future belonged with England. He's been very open and honest about the choice ever since. He said it was the biggest opportunity of his entire career at the highest level of the sport, and that he has absolutely no regrets about it whatsoever. Nigeria's loss very quickly became England's gain in midfield, and judging by his performances under Tuchel, it looks like a decision that suited absolutely everyone involved, apart from Nigeria. Player 5. Reece James. Nigeria missing out was one thing, but 2 entire Caribbean nations missed out on Reece James. Grenada and Dominica are tiny countries on the world football stage, and either one would have jumped at the chance to call him up in a heartbeat. His Grenadian roots come through his father, while his mother carries proud Dominican heritage. Injuries have disrupted large parts of his career, yet he's fought his way back into Tuchel's plans at exactly the right time. Instead of those two nations, the Chelsea captain now leads England's defense at a World Cup, marshalling the back line with authority on a stage those small nations could only ever dream of reaching. It's a remarkable rise for a player who could have been the biggest star either country had ever produced. If you're enjoying this video, do me a huge favor and smash that like button right now. It really does help the channel grow more than you think. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss videos exactly like this one. Okay, now let's get back to the countdown. Player 6, Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo slipped away from a country that fought especially hard to keep him. The Ghana Football Association made a genuine, non-stop effort to convince Mainoo to represent his parents' birthplace, seeing him as a true generational talent worth chasing hard. Both of Mainoo's parents are Ghanaian, so the pull of that heritage was very real and very strong. But Mainoo, born and raised in Stockport, held firm on his decision. He committed fully to England, starred at Euro 2024 as just a teenager, and has grown into one of the most technically gifted young midfielders this country has produced in years. Ghana came far, far closer than most casual football fans actually realize today. For a while, it genuinely looked like Ghana might just pull off one of the biggest recruitment wins in their history. Player 7, Marcus Rashford. Mainoo is far from the only midfielder England could have lost. And up front, the same story repeats itself with Marcus Rashford. His family heritage stretches across both Jamaica and St. Kitts and Nevis, giving him real international options beyond England that many fans still completely forget about today. He genuinely could have worn a different shirt entirely, but Rashford has proudly worn the Three Lions since making his very first senior debut as an 18-year-old back in 2016. Since then, he's become one of the most recognizable and exciting English forwards of his whole generation. A player known, feared, and respected right across the entire football world. Few fans today even remember just how easily his international story could have gone in a completely different direction. Player 8, Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham's other path leads somewhere much closer to home. His grandparents were Irish, giving the Real Madrid superstar a genuine route to representing the Republic of Ireland. On top of that, he also held eligibility for Kenya through his mother's side of the family. But instead, Bellingham has become an absolute talisman for England on the very biggest stages in world football. And here's the twist that makes this story even better. His younger brother Job still has the option to eventually choose Ireland one day. So this particular story inside the hugely talented Bellingham family may not actually be completely finished just yet. It's a fascinating little subplot that keeps both England and Ireland fans watching closely. Player 9, Harry Kane. Bellingham wasn't the only England star with Irish blood running through the family. England's all-time top goal scorer, Harry Kane, very nearly wasn't English at all, at least on paper. His grandparents on his father's side were born and raised in Connemara, Ireland, before moving to London in search of a better life. Had things gone even slightly differently, the Bayern Munich superstar and current England captain could easily have been leading out the Republic of Ireland at this very World Cup. Instead, he's become one of the greatest players this country has ever produced, in a shirt that could so very nearly have been green instead of white. It's strange to imagine, but the most English of all England captains was genuinely just one decision away from a completely different national story. Player 10, Declan Rice. And that brings us to the most dramatic story of them all. Declan Rice didn't just have Irish eligibility sitting quietly on paper like Bellingham and Kane. He actually played for the Republic of Ireland at senior level, making 3 appearances in friendly matches before formally switching to England in February 2019. FIFA allowed the change because those particular games were officially non-competitive. The decision sparked one of the biggest eligibility debates English and Irish football have seen in many, many years. Rice said he saw himself as mixed nationality, with equal respect for both countries. calling it a choice made with both his heart and his head. Today, he's one of the most complete midfielders on the entire planet. For just 3 friendly appearances in an Ireland shirt, this entire list could have looked completely and utterly different. So there you have it. 10 world-class players who could so easily have worn completely different colors at this World Cup, representing nations spread right across the globe. From Four-Nation Konsa to Scotland's Anderson, all the way to Ireland's very own Declan Rice. Every single one of them chose the 3 Lions in the end. Together, they form one of the most fascinating and diverse squads in this entire tournament. Now, I really want to hear from you directly. Which of these players do you think England came closest to losing? Drop your answer in the comments below right now. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. It truly means a lot. Until then, take care, and I'll catch you again in the very next one.